the fighting game that was originally an unlicensed My Little Pony fan game got shut down and then got brought back to life by the creator of said show redoing their characters.
And I honestly like the characters that make up the roster of this game better than... I never saw what people liked as, oh, let us play the wolves. I honestly never saw what people liked in like the My Little Pony main characters, but I find the ones in this have a lot of personality.
Yeah. There's a lot of children's cartoons that I can very much get into. That's honestly not one of them.
I tried watching some of it, and it's like, I'm fine with kids shows, and I don't want to be mean to anyone who likes it, but it struck me less of a kids show and more like a baby show. And so I just didn't find anything to latch on to.
Mm-hmm. This is a lot of talking for a fighting game intro, which hopefully, if I don't have to redo the tease, the next stream I do is also going to have a very text-heavy fighting game introduction. If I have the bravery to actually play it again.
Yes. You'll have to show off that sick, I don't even know what to call that pressure you were doing.
Oh, that wonderful kick?
The no mix-up.
The twitchy jump kick?
Yes. I forget what the character's name was, even.
Okay, I'm suddenly regretting the choice to go with story mode here. This is a lot. Okay, but short answer, okay, gotta have a fighting tournament to see who locks the wolves out, I guess. Okay, this seems like the sort of story mode that doesn't mess around? Is this like going full on action RPG suddenly, or just...
As far as I'm aware, this actually has like an online lobby and like an adventure mode and stuff that has like, yeah, little sprites like this, and you walk around and do stuff. Does it sound incredibly quiet to you on stream too? For some reason I can't get the volume to turn up, but I was having that problem before and I wasn't sure if it was just me.
I know it's fine for me, I think.
Oh, okay. No worries then. I don't need to hear it on stream.
I think it's fine for me. Let me just listen. I should probably talk too, so I can hear myself talking, hopefully, in the background.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
I should also make sure that I'm not, like, lagging way behind, too. I don't know, maybe Twitch and the internet are just being very good children today who are behaving very well.
So while a lot of them are fairly original designs, you can kind of tell that this one was Applejack.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of talking before getting to the action for a fighting game's story mode. And we just locked all predatory animals away, I guess, and that'll work out fine.
I've never been too much of a fan of all of the talking animal media that treats like carnivores as like a warring nation, because it creates so many problems the more you think about it.
I mean, if this stays stable enough to get along to tooth and tail, let us some commentary on that subject.
Yes. Well, at least there it's like the actual text.
But yeah, that's something I liked about Zootopia, is like it kind of addressed that whole concept in an interesting way.
It did. I don't know. I felt like the metaphor works up until you like examine it like at all. And Like, I enjoyed it when I saw it, but then, like, thinking back on it, I was like, were there any scenes I was, like, really fond of? Like, that classic scene from Zootopia where
I
blank.
mean, there's the DMV scene.
I don't know, I didn't find that funny, I guess. I feel like I've seen that joke several times before.
I mean, just the talking slow is all well and good, but like the bit where there's the slow realization the joke was made that takes like 10 seconds got me.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is a fighting game.
I did appreciate how it, in the end, went for the angle of, actually, the systems that control us all are like forcing us into artificial conflict, which was like a more mature take on the matter than I was expecting. Even if many of the inter-rim bits kind of had confused metaphors.
So, like, I was really not expecting this when I booted this up.
This is a fighting game. I wasn't expecting this either. I knew there were, like, this kind of overhead sprite bit thing.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about this, too, is, like, just yesterday, the two of us were talking about a fighting game with, like, more of an overworld sort of thing, and how cool that would be.
Oh, this is nice. It seems like single player is, like, tricking you into doing a tutorial, which is an element that more fighting games definitely need.
Yeah, which is also part of, like, what we were discussing.
Yeah, that talk to the media bit was good. That's a good point.
But yeah, this is a lot more Zelda than I usually get in my fighting games. I'm more than surprised and wanting a run button.
So are we supposed to believe the dragon character is an herbivore?
Okay, this is actually, yeah, tutorializing pretty nicely, actually. In a very strange way, but hey. Get those quick jumps across the screen, and then presumably actually fight someone, possibly this person.
Fight her! Take her bread! Can't get enough of these folksy apostrophes.
Yes, advanced story, please. So eat bread. Eat bread. This was an order, okay?
Been staring at this loaf all night.
Okay.
You stole the bread loaf!
Sure did.
Is it a crime to steal a loaf of bread to feed your starving cow?
Yes. You wouldn't download a bread. I'm getting a very RPG Maker vibe off this too. Just this story mode overworld here. Okay, finally.
Wait, Arizona has horns. Is she some kind of trans cow?
I'm gonna say yes. Okay, that's a pretty simple control scheme. Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed after they had that like nice introduction to the jumps. They ended up just being like dialogue boxes for blocking and stuff. The Fluffers. That's the wolf's name.
Excellent. Fluffers is now dead.
This one is also Fluffers. Fluffers can never truly die.
That's good. And this continues the tradition of fighting games both being kind of bad. Okay, you know what? As interesting as... Ooh. I can put the bread on my head.
Plus 24 slices.
Okay, as intrigued as I am by that, I would like to, just do some, like, fighting too.
Take your pick.
Okay, what do we have characters? We've got you. Totally original character, do not steal. Some kind of llama. And you know, I'm intrigued by the terror.
If I tell you you're pretty, will you leave me alone?
Are you prepared for magnificence? Round one. Fight!
Sabilas! Heal!
I'm surprised by this special and confused.
Yeah. I think that's your magic, and everyone has a unique magic. From what I understand,
Right.
Palm is like a trapped character. Like, you set up stuff that's like danger zones that make it hard for the opponent to have free movement. But I don't know what you actually do with them. I think they've all got their own individual tutorials, at least.
That's good. We found the Ryu, clearly. Okay, like, I'm surprised that a game that's this kitty looking has, on, like, the second AI difficulty level, like, this much in the first fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, this game's made to like appeal to Guilty Gear players.
like it's a weird
Palm
niche, am I
animations a
wrong?
lot.
To, like... Get in!
Walk up and block, then punish.
I mean...
Hey-o! Was it good for you too? That was perfect.
Puppies, no! Stop! Sit! Stay!
Round one.
It's also like...
Fight.
It adds something that I'm accidentally playing the character who like doesn't want to be here.
I assume you've got a projectile or something too that you can challenge her without like having to go in on those big normals.
Probably.
I think Palm's like also one of the most technical characters in the
Yeah,
game.
I'm gonna try something else. I think.
One moment, please.
No, not
we
try
just
again.
talk?
No, like
Just break
let the poor
ice.
thing
Ready?
be at peace and not have to fight. Like,
Just a moment.
okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Let me try
Take your pick.
a dragon.
Maybe try it on Sleep Trot. As I've heard people compare Tianhuo to Magneto, if that helps.
Or fire.
Sure doesn't.
Can't we just declare me the winner?
Round one. Fight.
This is the learn some motherfucking combos character.
Ah.
You little...
Jump, light punch, diagonal, heavy punch, ultra. Ah!
Yeah, that. You need to look at that in chat, 'cause, that was
Sure.
the thing.
I'll go find it. I am linking in chat a tutorial on how to do an infinite in Marvel 2.
Well, it's more the
Oh, no,
the mod.
It added a time code. Don't use
Oh.
the time code.
It's over now.
Oh, can I moderator delete my own thing?
You probably can.
How do I do
Round
that?
two.
Like
Fight.
right click on it. I don't know. So, one thing maybe learning here is I am not the best at fighting games, as a general rule of thumb. There's a couple that like Hazel here's been like getting me into that I'm actually like picking up some things.
It seems like this is an unforgiving AI for like just it's not gonna let you just jump up like heavy kick kind of thing. Which I find a little surprising. Like usually in an arcade mode you want like the first couple to just be gimmies.
Yeah, even if you're playing on hard, tend to be like nothing. So like this is in this weird niche of it's like explicitly for like dedicated fighting game fans who like don't want the kid gloves on at all.
Mm.
Velvet wings.
And then also like aiming for this very, very, very young girl aesthetic.
Take
and-
your pick.
Wait, did I just see what I think it just said?
Oh, I couldn't hear what was it.
Easy, be nice, it's my first time.
Oh.
Which is like kind of a reference
Take
to
your
make
pick.
in your like sort of for young children fighting game.
Supplemental material. Linked in chat.
Darkness don't scare me no.
Round one. Fight.
Didn't hurt.
Okay, now here I'm doing better.
Got it.
Oleander seems like she might be the heavy punch boy.
With a little bit of reach too, which is yeah, that helps me a lot.
Just no match for me.
Round two. Fight.
Also, is there any sort of like yes, okay. Those are pretty simple inputs. A lot of them though.
It looks like it's just like 3 specials and then like a bunch of those teleports or duplicates. quarter circle back, quarter circle forward, and down, down, basically, are your specials. And the same for your magic button specials. Oh, and like in Killer Instinct, you can like magic series your buttons in this as far as I'm aware, so you can go like light, medium, strong all
There's
together.
a lot of chip damage on that, or no blocking being done.
Or not all together as much as in sequence.
Logical outcome, really. Oleander wins.
But yeah, like, my feeling is this game is not designed for little kids, but the aesthetics are. It's a really weird
For the record, I do want to hurt you.
Round
contrast, you know?
I mean, little kids play games more competitive than this.
I guess that is true.
The Mortal Kombat competitive scene seems to be dominated by like 14-year-olds these days.
Well, they just switched down to easy difficulty too, which I'm sure is helping a lot.
Palm's animations make me feel bad about hitting
Yeah,
her.
like, it's just...
Finally! Now back to business.
Oh, splat!
Round 2. Fight.
I don't know how to feel about a fighting character whose whole aesthetic is, I don't want to be here.
Hate this. You Fightin.
It's over now.
Yeah, but Stuart seem to be
You're
pretty,
dumb.
like,
You
simple
lost,
and
and you're
consistent,
done.
though, so that's the thing.
Oleander wins.
That's good.
And my connection seems to have stabilized, finally, so that's good.
What you're in for.
That was really rough earlier. Sorry about that, everybody, for just the,
Fight.
like, 15 minutes of downtime.
I wonder what Paprika's deal even is. I can't get a good read on what she is mechanically from looking at her.
And despite, okay, the fact that we are not using the motherfucking license, in the background here, we totally are.
Over now.
My cause is righteous. Do not get in my way.
Oh yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Well, a couple of those characters in the back you can clearly see there are also alpacas, not ponies.
Well, then there's a couple, like, winged ponies of the, I don't want to say, like, Pegasus as a noun, and not a proper noun. I don't know what the, like, acceptable terminology is otherwise.
Pegasus isn't a fantasy species?
No, it's a specific horse, is named Pegasus, and has wings, in Greek mythology.
I never knew that.
You never had a chance.
Oleander wins.
And, like, it's become a species in, like, everything, because people are lazy, but,
I
like...
have trained years for this. You will not dissuade me.
Go get him, Molly.
Ready?
Similarly, I don't like saying a Medusa. And yeah, I am fine saying a Dracula, but...
Fair. At least people know what Gorgons are.
yeah. Well, people who aren't, like, Symphony of the Night, anyway, where they're something very different.
I guess there's kind of a difference there too in that there are like a lot of Draculae in fantasy stuff, but when they depict Medusa, it's supposed to be like capital M Medusa generally.
Round 2. Fight.
So,
See,
okay,
that character is a zebra, which is not a kind of pony.
yeah. Also, it's odd to me that, like, a lot of people to this day spend their entire lives never realizing that, like, a pony is not a baby horse.
I thought people were saying that ironically, and then I realized later they were being serious.
That was perfect.
Fred, look alive.
Of course.
I hope you have
So I guess this is a short little like arcade mode because there's only what 6 characters in this.
They have more coming, but it just like in the past few weeks, as far as I'm aware, even exited early access. It's been like a decade-long journey getting this game made.
And I mean, like I'm not an expert, but I'm also not like sure what I'm seeing in general. Like I don't know what he cares about the AI, but like the fact that I have my options are just like totally have my head handed to me in the first fight, or everybody just stands there and takes it is kind of less than satisfying.
I think this is a perfect example of how hardcore fighting game fans have no idea what accessibility actually is.
Yeah.
Because this is a game that has a reputation of being one of the most approachable because it's got like a tutorial that teaches you everything and it's got like easy inputs and stuff. And it's like, sure, but that doesn't really tell you like how to play, right?
Yeah. Well, plus like I'm not getting a lot of information out of any of the animations.
Yeah, I really don't like this kind of anime fighter vibe where everything's like so animated that it just kind of turns into a mess of swings. And this is like better than Skullgirls, which this game is semi-based on. Skullgirls, even after learning it for a bit, I just find it A, hideous to look at, honestly, and B, like, the moves have, like, absolutely no legibility. You've just got to kind of memorize where the hitboxes are and pretend you're looking at those rectangles.
And especially here, too. Like, head is not a valid target, apparently. Neck is. Also, I don't like these books being the same color. Well,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the attacks from them, anyway. It's like...
You're dumb. You lost, and you're
If
done.
the important part of my sprite is this big black and red streak, and the important part of your sprite is also big black and red streak, like, who's hitting who?
I think this genre of fighter is never going to be good for beginners, not to mention, because the appeal of this kind of thing is like, you're doing like loops where you do like a crouching string and then you bounce them up into the air and then you do a bunch of hits and smack them back down and then continue it on the ground and push them into the corner kind of thing all in one smooth sequence. And that's satisfying when you learn how to do it, but like you require so much competency to do that compared to like Soul Calibur where just you can just swing your sword at them.
Yeah, Soul Calibur is very approachable. Like, especially because the moveset in that feels very intuitive. Like, I have a swing down button. If I hit it, I will swing the thing down.
Oh, Fluffers is the final boss.
I have a horizontal swing button. If I hit that, I will swing horizontally. If I like hold one of these buttons down, I will like hold my attack a little bit and then swing. I mean, that's just Astro specifically, but like if I don't do the thing I'm trying to do, I'm gonna get something at least similar to it, generally speaking.
You're getting some, like, you got a 5-hit sequence there at least. That was Flopsy. Puddles. The snake.
I didn't even realize I like switch targets halfway through that. This final boss needs to be like a boss rush of several shadow beasts, I guess.
KO.
So naive, trying to lead me.
And now the whole chain again, right? Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, I mean, of the various fighting games I have access to, this is not one that I'm especially inclined to revisit.